Hear the story of Maina, a man who lived, led, predicted, and disappeared forever. Yes, he was a Bukusu elder, a seer as well. But before we delve into his life, both personal and public, let us first understand this. The name Maina is common among the Bukusu, Maasai, Agikuyu, and the Kalenjin communities. Again, it is an age group among the Bukusu, also referred to as Bamasaba. What is mysterious about the name? We set out for a journey to Butonge in Sirisia constituency, to the home of Situma Wamanyasi Omulako, our terrestrial tortoise. Remember him?
So, Maina
Wakuloba lived in Ebukobelo near Mount Bukusu. In those days, famine came upon the land. People had no food to eat. His colleague of his age set, Sanjamolu of the Babuya clan, living in Bubuya and Buyemba, which is Tororo today. According to Situma, Maina was of the Baktanga clan. Because of famine, he and his family labored themselves out for millet. Little did he know that the move was bound to bring about a family breakup. They set out in those days to his age mate to labor for food. Maina took his son, Namunguba, to be on the squad that guarded women as they went to Sanjamolu's place, because it was women who used to go out to labor harvesting millet. So, men were the security to protect women against any form of physical aggression. Note that in those days we had wild animals, hostile communities. Therefore, the men armed themselves with spears and shields to guard the women as they went out to Sanjamolu's place. Sanjamolu was Maina's age mate. So as they went out, one of his son, Namunguba, who was among the guards, fell in love with his stepmother. It is not his small mother, as some of you are used to saying. How can a small person get married? It is a stepmother. Okay, so Maina found out the guile. He said, "Now my son has put on my garment." Some orators say he put on his father's shoes. No, for us we say garment because a garment can be taken from this house to another. A garment, this one, can be transferred from this house to another. The downcast Maina summoned a few elders. He petitioned his case before Omurwa elder. Omurwa at that time must be a Maasai because he was our longtime neighbor. So Omurwa responded, Maina, if you take this spear and pierce it through a river, does it leave any mark? No, said Maina. Omurwa continued, so leave alone the child. Maina said, my God, he encouraged the son to carry on with the vice. Maina turned to a Bukusu elder. The elder responded, the customs permit a son to help a father in siring his brothers. My God, he has sided with my son. The Teso elder said, by now you should have pierced him brutally. Maina was not ready for this. If I kill, I remain without a son. Again, pouring blood? No. So he turned to a Masaba elder named Okoko. Okoko asked, Maina, yes, have you portioned cows to this son? Yes. Take the cows and kill them so the son wallows in poverty.
Asinyoanyola Masaba bali Okoko ali Maina mwana ino wa mwekhafu ali bukule khafu yomukire kumutambo kumunyola.
Traditionally, when a man was caught in the act red-handed with another man's wife, the Bukusu performed a ritual known as siluri. This was a cleansing ritual, an idea which Maina found totally unacceptable, especially now that he was to undergo siluri with his own son, his blood. Now they took Namunguba and his son and locked them in a house, naked. The people around slaughtered a cow, and after they were done, they let the duo out, naked, to dish out the meat. Imagine, what could you do if you were the one? People have trooped in to witness the spectacle. So Namunguba took the meat and shared to the people while in his birthday suit. The stepmother too took the tripe and shared it out to her fellow women. But Maina was displeased with the occurrences. His heart became so heavy. My goodness, making up with my own son, it is not right. So the resentment coupled with my initial prophecy about the impending invasion shows that my life has been a misery. So this made him to pack up alongside one of his wives who was barren and left forever. It is important to note that Maina was a leader and he had led his people for some time. Now that he had left, there was a vacuum in leadership, with his elder son set to take over as usual. But alas, his son had done the unthinkable, making love to his mother rendered him unfit to lead. However, there was his younger brother named Wahulunya who would take up the mantle. Now, Maina's son named Wahulunya took up the mantle and led the people. Again, there was a rift after the Teso invasion, and they fled to Sanjamolu's place because it was a familiar territory, as they had been laboring there for food. During the rift, as they parted ways, some migrated upwards towards the mountain, while others fled downwards, as it was in the days of Maina and Sanjamolu. They were not Batukwika alone, but other clans too. A homestead will never be famous by having a single clan. It took many clans to make a homestead. That is Lukoba. Omukiyabi alone could not build a homestead. It needed the presence of Omusomi, Omukwangwa, Omukolati in order for them to fortify a homestead. So Maina's homestead had various clans, and Wahulunya led them to Sanjamolu's homestead. No sooner had they settled there than a Teso warrior pursued them, this time fleeing to Mubusia in the homestead of Basia. There they settled, occupying the land stretching to Mubuai. The land from Mubusia to Mubuai became theirs, which is Amukura today. While at Mubuai, Wahulunya led them, also giving birth to a man named Namunyulu Bunda. Namunyulu Bunda led the people, and he had elephantiasis. In fact, his leadership traits were complicated. The birthright leadership of the Batukwika was forfeited at that point. There was a man named Namunyulu Bunda. He was Maina's grandson, taking up the leadership mantle from his father Wahulunya. Batukwika's birthright would be lost during his reign. Suffering from an incurable disease believed to be a bad omen for the clan, his people abandoned him. Did he disappear like his grandfather Maina? This man, Namunyulu Bunda, had elephantiasis, the condition making him an outcast. But Bahone clansmen welcomed him. After embracing him, Batukwika's leadership traits went to Bahone clan. At that time, he had already begotten his son Musamali. Musamali lived at Mukua in Sirisia constituents, whose bull fought fiercely with another bull belonging to a man called Kutolo Wabisike of the Balonja clan. Their bulls fought fiercely here in Mukua, degenerating into a feud between the two men. Situma says the fierce fight was in around 1812 when the first group of Bakikwameti was bracing for circumcision. Musamali's bull was still young, unlike Bisike's, which had advanced in years. So the elders agreed that the fight takes place outside the homestead to save granaries from demolition. It was a taboo in those days if bulls fought and demolished granaries in the process. All the foodstuffs stored there would be discarded for fear of all family members perishing. They took the bulls out to the Mukua swamp. There was a huge swamp around here, inhabited by a species of birds known in Bukusu language as Namuitwitwi. So the bulls were taken there. They fought. Musamali's bull outdid Bisike's, rolled it over. Bisike's bull fractured a leg during the fight, so it was slaughtered. Musamali took the thigh and left. Kutolowa Bisike took the remainder and shared it among the people present. He was so grieved. My bull, I depended on it. Not that the Bukusu cherished bulls. They would be awed by the bellowing. Early in the morning, he woke up at Musamali's home. Musamali, slaughter this bull of yours. Musamali responded, my brother, in our traditions, as you understand, my bull is still young. Wait until when it matures, I will slaughter and invite you to take the thigh. No, it should be today. So the saddened Kutolowa Bisike left to his in-laws, the Teso community. He had married from them. He told them, you know what, my in-laws? You are here without cattle, yet there at my place they gallow unguarded. The Teso then came over here and invaded the people, dispersing them. Some fled to Ebumbo, some to Ebutilu, some to Marachi, others to Bunyala. During the dispersion, people became scattered all over. It is after the dispersion that a man named Mukite Wanameme beat a drum to summon the people and urge the exiles to return home. In his prophecy, he had foreseen foreigners encroaching on the Bukusu's land, referring to the white man. This, according to Situma, was around 1818 to 1820. So I told you all this story with a reason. Understand that Maina's grandson led his generation as you have seen. His birthright to lead was forfeited through Namunyurubunda, his grandson. When Namunyurubunda contracted elephantiasis, his people forsook him. He departed with the maize and handed it over to the Bahone. It has been widely alleged that Maina, after disappearing from his people, settled in Kikuyuland. Some say it is the reason as to why the name Maina is shared among the Bukusu and the Agikuyu. Where is the truth in all these speculations?
Yeah, nekakalimbo nkukubola mu mukulonderera.
Oh, sure. The speculation is rife, but when we examine it, we find that the name Maina is found among the Agikuyu, Kalenjin, and Kuria. We too have the name. Again, it is an age group. Probably, since it is an age group, someone might have gone there and spread the name. But regarding Maina's advanced age, it was not possible for him to trek all the way to the Gikuyuland and beget children. Concerning the Maasai, it was easy for them to adopt the name since we interacted regularly. But I also feel that, who was this leader of the Mau Mau group? Dedan Kimathi. Dedan Kimathi was Elijah Wanameme's friend. In fact, his family invited us, the people of Musambwa, to his Nyeri home recently. His family still relives the moments the two compatriots had together. Probably in their interaction, the name crossed to the Kikuyu. Another take, people go to Mount Masaba to worship Maina. When they petition their prayers, they are answered. So we can say he is still around here. He is not far away. Elijah Wanameme, Siraeli Haoya, and Walumoli told us, I being part of the team that was formed to rejuvenate the Dini ya Musambwa, said before trying to immortalize the religion, they went and brought back the remains of Maina, which are preserved at Matili in Kimilili. They showed us the place. Therefore, they said, let not anyone lie to you that Maina disappeared. He is with us right here. So the name can be of an age group, but in my opinion, I think in the course of Elijah and Dedan's interaction during the struggle for independence of the African people, the Gikuyu through Mau Mau and the Bukusu through Dini ya Musambwa, the two felt, we are all descendants of Maina.
Kana kuicha kuri umusanguli Israeli kao yomwene bakubora bali ngabaraki khalukendo lwomusambwa sibaraki khabusata bacha babukula Maina bauya becha naye ali amatilia akhwekesa ali anana ni ali nono mundu ali mukhalame muli Maina wacha waina tali Maina ifukhulisa naye.
To put the rumors surrounding the name Maina to rest, Culture Hub TV will soon talk to the Agikuyu, Masai, Kuria and Kalenjin elders to find out how and when they started naming their children after Maina and what the name means to them. Thanks for watching Culture Hub TV. More episodes coming up. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video with your friends.